Hey guys, this is my build of Lightsworn deck. Hope you all like it. To start off, 3 JDs, no explaining right there. Next, 2 Diablos, because you're able to banish 1 light, target a set card your opponent controls, reveal it, then choose to either return to the top or bottom of the deck. Now, for the Lightsworns, to start them off, 3 Radiant, because it's a level 4 tuner, and it's able to get itself up to 1900 attack by milling 2 cards from the top of your deck. If they're both Lightsworn, it gains 200 attack until your opponent's end phase. Mills 2 at the on your end phase. This guy is really good for pulling out your level 8 synchros. Next, 2 Minerva, only because she's a level 3 synchro, or tuner, sorry. Not because of her effect. Her effect's not great. Next, 3 Lumina, because it helps you special summon Lightsworns from the grave. Then your warrior one-ofs that I feel you must have, but only at 1. Gareth, Jane, Aaron. Mainly because they're names, and they can come in handy in some cases. Next, 2 Wolves, because since you mill so much, if you mill these guys, you get a free 2100 beater level 4 monster that you can exceed or synchro with. And they make a great combo with Foolish Burial and Celestial. Play Foolish Burial, special send Wolf to the grave, get Wolf onto the field, tribute Wolf, pull out Celestial. Celestial's effect goes off, mill 4, destroy 2 cards your opponent controls. Flat out amazing. 3 Lila. I've seen people run this at 2, but now that D-Prison and Mirror Force are coming back to 3, you have to run this card at 3. 1 Raikou, because once your opponent knows you're running a Lightsworn deck, they're going to try and beat around Raikou, so they're probably going to pop it, so only 1. And of course, 1 Honest, then 3 Necro Gardener over Rainbow Karibo, because I feel it's better. Plague Spreader, because it helps pull out Synchro Monsters, and because of 1 Synchro Monster that I run, Void Ogre Dragon, which I'll explain later. So top off the monsters, 1 Caius, again, to help pull out Void Ogre Dragon, and because it works well with the Foolish Burial combo, and it's great against all decks, really, 2400 beater, really good. That's it for the monsters. On to spells, I only run 8, 1 charge, staple, no explaining. 3 solar recharges, staple, no explaining. 2 monster reincarnation, in case you've milled monsters that you need back to your hand. Foolish Burial for the combo, Dark Hole, staple. Now, all my traps are chainable. I only run 3. 2 Breakthrough Skill, because it's an effect failure that you can activate on your opponent's turn and your turn. I run this over Fiendish Chain because if you play it on if you play Fiendish Chain on card D's effect can still be activated. But if you play this, card D can't activate its effect. You can still tribute card D, but you don't get the draw 2. Unlike Fiendish Chain, where you can still tribute card D and you still get the draw 2. And then top off, 1 Beckoning Light, same reason as Reincarnation, in case you mill monsters that you need back to your hand. It's a 40 card main deck. Now for the extra deck, I run 1 Leo. I feel this is a great synchro monster, level 10, 3100 beater, and now that D-Prison's coming back to 3, you're going to want to run this because it can't be targeted until main phase 2. Now, I got to interrupt my deck profile really quick here. Now that D-Prison and Mirror Force are coming back to 3, it's got me wondering about Konami. I think, what kind of shit have they been smoking? Like, really? They've banned Stratos, which is outrageous, because, I mean, yeah, I was good in E-Heroes, but I think that's just flat out stupid. And then they're bringing Mirror Force and Deep Prison back to 3. I honestly think that's idiotic. I mean, they're good cards, and I would run them at 3, but it's just decks are too OP with them at 3. Now, continuing with the deck profile, the standard level 8 synchros that don't need any explaining in my opinion. Scrap Dragon destroys cards. Stardust prevents destruction. Colossal Fighter just keeps bouncing back. Crimson Blader stops decks from summoning level 5s or higher. Now, Void Ogre Dragon, which I said I would explain, I run this because if you have no hand, which has happened to me a couple times, you can negate once per turn a spell or trap, which I feel is really good now that Deep Prison and Mirror Force are back to 3 in the July ban lists. Next, to Michael, the Arc Lightsworns, because it's able to get around Beals, all you zombie players. Can't fight the power anymore. It's able to get around Beals by banishing it and paying 1,000. Can do that to any monster. Actually, sorry, voice crack, my bad guys. But actually, it's 1 card on the field. I thought it was only a monster, but it's 1 card. And when this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you're able to recycle back to the deck as many Lightsworns as you want and gain 300 for every Lightsworn returned. Plus, this card mills 3 at the end phase when it's face up, which I feel is really good. Top off the synchros, 1 Iron Chain for the decks that require top decking and drawing, such as Fire Fist. Now on to the Xyzas, Gaga Cowboy, Burn, Push for Game. Number 82 for when Gaga Cowboy won't inflict enough damage. Detach an Xyz material, can attack directly, inflict 2,000. No other monster can attack though. Helps push for game when you need it. 50, number 50, Black Ship of Corn, destroy monsters, inflict 1,000. Zen mains when you need to stall. Tempo for the Evil Swarm matchup, and Leviathan because it can get up to 3,000. If I had Black Rose, I would take Leviathan out and put Black Rose in. Unfortunately, I don't have Black Rose. That's it for the extra deck. I know this might seem a little fast, guys, but sorry. 1 Thunder King Ryo for the decks that add to hand. Plus, my friend runs a, is it pronounced Kakaraki deck? Or Kakakuri? I don't know. It works well because that deck can only go for game if it's able to pull out its first synchro for the OTK setup. But if you negate that first synchro summon using his effect, they can't go for game that turn, which is amazing. 2 effect veilers for heavy effect decks. 2 Daedalises for the decks that require field spells like Gravekeepers. I feel that this must be in the side deck because you're going to face Fire Fist, you're going to face Gravekeeper, you're going to face Madolche, so I feel this has to be in the side deck. 1 Battle Fader for the OTK decks. That's it for the monsters. Now, another card, and the final card that I think you must have in your side deck, is 3 MSTs. I always side this in games 2 and 3 because I know my opponent is going to be siding things like Lightning Imprisoning Mirror, Prohibition, and Skill Drain. So I want... sorry, voice cracks. So I want cards that'll be able to destroy those. To finish off the spells, 2 Smashing Grounds for the Harpies matchup to get around Pet Dragon. Closing off the side deck, 2 Mind Crush, decks that add to hand, and 2 Overworks, decks that boost the attack, like Fire Fist, Cyber Dragon, and Gravekeeper. That's it for the deck profile. I hope you guys liked it. It's my take on a Lightsworn deck. I'm out.